setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And the Cowboys first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Check, 47. Pick me up. Here we go. We're going to 52. 27 right, 27 right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
We go 21.
Throwing now is Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Mike Mitchell coming up from the secondary to make the stop.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Set. 5-9. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Too little, cut. 36. Mike 54.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Prescott on the crossing route. He hits his man, Amari Cooper. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Cowboys 10, Saints nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. This is caught by Gill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it together, defense.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 23. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Out. 5-9.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, kill. Check. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Kamara trying again.
It's run, fellas. It's run.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Watch the run. Kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill. Turn up.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
And a Cowboy first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You're not ready.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go to 54. 180.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line.
First down, Cowboys.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go, let's go.
This looks like a free play for Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and goal from the 1.
3 butt, 3 butt, 3 butt.
26.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. A give to Kamara running right. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
5-8. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing on second down. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
21-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Breeze. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Incomplete. Intended for Ted Ginn Jr. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Here's Breeze. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And his throw is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's see what you got. Check it back.
Here we go, 46. 26.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A first down carry by Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Prescott now from the 50. Now he's flushed out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
go. Go right in. We own them. We own them. 26.
Prescott on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
That's trash.
Prescott to throw it. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Here we go, 47. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Here we go. Go right in. 47. Check, 47. Your track. 26.
10th carry now for Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Final play of the half. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Cowboys 24, Saints 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You ready?
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I got you, boy.
Breeze now. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
55, Mike. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On first down, Breeze. Again has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Breeze. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
42 yards on the play. First down, Dallas.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd and 1, Prescott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here's Brees to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
54 Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Brees now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end. Zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check, 47. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. First target, first catch, and a first down. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Two times. 4 down.
They run with Morris. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now it's Morris. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run on first down. It's Morris. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
They run again with Morris. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's get off the field, D.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. This is Morris. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Watch the edge.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54.
From the red zone now, Prescott dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport, his 2nd sack of the night.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll toss it to Morris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Mike 47. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Here we go, going to 54. Why ain't?
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Romo. Come on,
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Let's go touchdowns, baby.
Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Marr on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, it's Breeze. Being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Come get some. 0-2. Come get some.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On 1st down, it's Morris. Morris fighting. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 45-yard line.
Ready? You ready? Mike 54. Check.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready? Yellow lady.
It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down, Kamara dances by him. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll throw with Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but now it's 3rd and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player or broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who have been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Morris. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. Check right 47. Wild Bill. 26.
Well, now they'll try the end around, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
I'm coming after you.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
They deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Dallas, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time.